Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I usually have Jess with me, but today I'm going to just deliver you a quick, short and powerful video. Today we're going to talk about how to stay productive during isolation. So look, I know what it can be like. I've been through it myself. Since we've been in isolation, in lockdown, it can be hard to be productive, especially if you've got people around you in your environment that are off work and chilling, and that's the thing that a lot of people are doing right now. It's really hard to get into it and start doing something or to be more productive than ever. As you may see a lot of influencers and stuff saying online, it's obviously easier said than done. So look, I'm going to give you 5 really key points on how we're going to do this. So look, point number 1, stay close to the right information. This is incredibly vital. Look, we're in isolation, so it's hard. It's hard to maybe go to some really great empowering events and, you know, go network with some high net worth individuals or just people in your area that are like-minded and want to do well for themselves. It's difficult to do that right now. However, what I mean by stay close to the right information is we all have the internet. Very powerful source. We can be on YouTube, podcasts, read books. We can immerse ourselves in the right information and learn and get tips from people that are already way ahead of us. They don't have to be on our living rooms talking to us on a one-to-one basis. We can listen to the podcast. We can either purchase or listen to their free content, and we can really get into a flow that way. And that's worked for me. I'm going to give you some recommendations. So people for recommendations for podcasts and YouTube, I would recommend Andy Frisella. He's awesome. Grant Cardone. You know I'm a big Grant Cardone fan. Gary V. He's awesome as well. And who else? I would say Ed Milet. He's also really good. So I know that sounds a bit easy, and I don't just mean, look, just put your feet up all day and just watch YouTube and, you know, enjoy the videos and do nothing. I don't mean that. I mean, if you're going to watch YouTube, have a notepad and take notes actively as if you was at a course and they were delivering that to you in a real life situation. Take some notes and really take some key points away from that session. Or if you're reading a book and stuff, actively read the book. So that means highlight bits that are, you know, that stand out and resonate with you, that are important, so that when you read back a second time, which you always should, you know, nothing's worth just doing once. So highlight them so it stands out when you come back to it, or take notes on it separately. You know, just be active and actually turn it into a learning session and put that into your life right now. Okay, point number 2, set targets. We need to be setting targets. And again, I'm going to give you another recommendation here. So Andy Frisella, like I mentioned, right? I've been listening to his podcast. I'm quite new listening to podcasts. I've only listened to a few episodes and it is really helping me out. So I'm doing something called a power list, right? And this comes from Andy. I'm gonna load it up on the screen for you so you can see. He's got a podcast called Real AF, and before that he had a podcast called MF CEO. So if you scroll down all the way on the feed on Real AF, you'll come to episode, I think it's 107, and it's called Win the Day. And in that episode, make sure you listen to it. It talks about Andy's power list, which I've been implementing this week, and it's been so powerful for me. It's very simple. So all we got to do is we've got to choose 5 things on a list that we're going to achieve today. And this is meant to be really simple. And because it's really simple, Andy will mention in his podcast that a lot of people do it wrong or mess around or think it's too easy, but it's meant to be simple because it's meant to be something that you can keep consistent for pretty much forever. Okay, so we're going to put on simple things. I'll give you an idea of what mine is. So I've got basically write my goals twice. It's not a hard thing to do, but it just makes me, I need to check that off at the end of the day in order to win the day. So that means I have to do it. Very easy to do, writing down the pen and paper. But simple and easy are 2 different things. Staying consistent in anything is quite difficult. So I've got write down my goals twice. I've got read for 1 hour. I've got go to bed for 9 p.m. There are 3 things I've got on mine. I've also got on there, I would also typically have on there 1 task, business related or something like that, that's actually on my schedule for the day to make sure I get that done no matter what. And then the other thing I've got on there is complete 75 hard tasks, which is another power list of its own, right? Because I might as well explain this to you whilst I'm here. So look, the reason I'm doing this video is I've been through this myself during lockdown already. The ups, the downs. I came into lockdown real strong, real just go getting it every single day, just in go mode, in the zone. And that was because I was already like 30-40 days into something I was doing called 75 hard, which I've just started again now. The day I stopped it was on my birthday, and since that day it's been in lockdown. I've just been spiraling out of control, to be completely honest with you. Like, not out of control, obviously I'm still running the business, I'm still doing what I'm supposed to do, but you beat yourself up in your head and you know that the way you're acting right now, you're putting resistance in between where you want to be, basically. And you know that, your body knows that, your brain knows that. So I've got back on 75 hard and that's doing wonders for me. So if you check it out again, Andy's podcast on Real AF, you'll see the episode 75 hard. Check out his Instagram as well. It will explain it all on there. Basically, to give you the quick insight, it's you need to work out twice a day, stick to a diet, no cheat and no alcohol, take a progress pic every day and drink a gallon of water every day, which is just shy of 4 liters of water every day. So again, 5 simple things, simple, not easy. And you got to keep that consistent over a course of 75 days. So, and one of those exercises have to be outdoors regardless of the weather. So that's what I mean by set targets. Just personal experience, that is now pulling me forwards. And when I don't put them kind of things in place, I lean on the boundaries a little bit more than I get away with what I can get away with. But if you've got something to keep you in line, then that's what you need. So keep your targets simple so that you can keep them consistent. You're in this for the long run, the long play. Keep them simple so that we can keep them consistent for the long run. Okay. In addition to that, plan your week. Okay. We've done a video on this already, so I'm gonna put the link for the video right here, so you can go back to that video after this video and check that out and see exactly how me and Jess, we plan our week. We go into detail and we're gonna give you a really, really, really detailed breakdown of how we plan our week, which we've learned from our mentors, which I don't really know many people that go into detail this much when planning their week, and they certainly won't give it away for free. So this is a great way to plan your week. Do make sure you check that out. But when you plan your week, essentially you're setting targets and objectives, what you want to accomplish by this time next week, by the end of the week. And from those targets, you can generate tasks which you put in on a daily basis, which you then schedule your days with. And that is going to get you in a workflow. And ultimately, you've set a destination and you're going to achieve a lot more than if you don't plan the week. So that's important. All right, let's move on. Point number 3, routine. Establish a routine. Again, similar to the last point, crucial. Whether you're in business or not, this is beneficial for everybody. Control what you're doing. Control the time you go to bed. You can control that, okay? And that's where it starts. You can then control when you wake up. A morning routine starts the night before. You may have heard that before, but you have to go to bed on time by a specific time in order to wake up when you want to wake up and have the right amount of sleep. So it starts the night before. Control when you go to bed, control when you wake up, control what you eat, control the media you consume, the education, get some personal development in there. Make sure you get some exercise, have a morning routine, have an evening routine. Just, these elements of your day you can control. If you're in business, if you're not in business, no matter what you do, this can apply to everybody. And just establishing a routine that you can keep 7 days a week will be massively impactful on your life. And again, with the routine, you have to keep it simple. I've done this too many times, and obviously learning from people that are way, way ahead of me that are telling me just keep it simple. And I've finally accepted that now, because I'm the type of person that will set myself to read 2 hours every day. And every day I don't achieve that, and then I'm just going to lose every single day. Whereas if you set a target to read 10 pages every day, at the moment I'm 1 hour a day, and I'm achieving that at the moment. As part of the 75 hard, the minimum is just 10 pages a day. And I was doing that before, and even that got me into the habit of reading every day, because it's easy to miss days. Consistency is very hard. So make sure the targets are small. I can't stress that point enough. Just make sure that the targets and the routines and the goals, not the goals, make sure the goals are big. But make sure you're taking little steps to get there so you can keep it consistent for the long run, because it's all about the compound effect of doing this same thing every single day. Point number 4, mastermind. Join a mastermind, create a mastermind. Look, just because we're on lockdown, it doesn't mean that we cannot network. We have such a powerful tool that we're all connected to. It's called social media. You can reach out to pretty much anyone, obviously if they reply, and just reach out, build a bit of rapport, jump on a call. That's it. Like, I've done it plenty of times. You can do it. Zoom's so popular right now. Jump on a Zoom call. So reach out to new people. You can still network in that way. Again, you've got plenty of Facebook groups. Obviously, most of this channel is about property, but business as well. So whatever you're into, whatever you like, even if it's art or cars or whatever, there will be Facebook groups for that. Get involved, find the people, speak to people, and find out who's already running a mastermind that you can join, or who would be willing to join your mastermind if you was to set up a Zoom call, a conference call, every week or however often you want to run it. And you can organize that or join somebody else's. It doesn't have to be a big group, it can be a small group, it can be just another person. But you do have the capability and the opportunity to mastermind at this point. And mastermind is very powerful because you can bounce ideas off like-minded people or people that are ahead of you. You can bounce ideas back and forth, you can talk, you can just share stuff and grow together. Yeah, so masterminds are powerful. Staying connected to the right information once again. All right, and last but not least, step number 5, stay away from the bad news, okay? We all know what's going on in the world right now. Coronavirus, COVID19, it's everywhere, plastered everywhere, but just try not to absorb all of that so much because the news is, and the media is feeding you with shit, okay? And you don't need that. You don't need that at all. You wanna, like, we're in lockdown. There's not a lot we can really do about that, okay? So you might as well just focus on what you can control, and there's no point in focusing on things outside of your control because it's a complete waste of your energy and time. But the things that you can control, like we've already mentioned, the other 4 points of this video, these are the things that you can focus on that are gonna develop you and build you so that when you come out of this thing, you're gonna come out a different animal. And hopefully, if you follow the steps, you can still meet people along the way and you come out collectively as a more powerful group, a more powerful individuals. So stay away from the bad news because look, you get fed information by the news, and there's new information also coming out all the time that, you know, the statistics for COVID are exaggerated and fake, and they're bringing us death rates every single day and they're not accurate. So nobody knows what's going on, but you don't need to fill your mind with all that nonsense. You just need to, obviously be aware, be cautious, but more importantly, just be focused on how you can use this time to benefit yourself, because there's always a silver lining. There's definitely a silver lining right now. You know, people are getting bounce back loans, government are handing out money. What that's going to do to the economy or what that's going to do to our currency, who knows, you know. I'm pretty sure we can guess, but at the same time, that's a silver lining, and so is the time that we've got to reflect, educate, learn, change, and take up a new hobby, invest in whatever we wanted to invest in. You get the gist. So focus on the positives, focus on the silver linings, and probably just ignore the news. It's not going to help you. Boris Johnson's going to say, look, stay in your house. So yeah. All right, guys, that's it. So look, if you enjoyed the video, I know I didn't have Jess today, but still give me a thumbs up. If you found it useful, somebody else might find it useful, please do share it. Give us a thumbs up. It's going to help us grow the channel. If you truly did like it. If you didn't like it, don't give it a thumbs up. But if you did actually enjoy it, then it's only right you give it a thumbs up. So please do that. If you're new here, subscribe. We're going to be giving you regular content that's very valuable, just like this. And then drop below in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought about the video, if you've got anything to add, and as always, bring me your ideas for new videos that you want to see, and we're going to get that done for you. All right, peace.